Oh, well, the idea was good, the execution not so much. Would you look at that, my friends? A beautiful apartment for a very lucky dupe. What the... Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now, today we are going to continue our operations here in the Frosty Planet. There is still plenty of things to do and well, we are going to add a few extra tasks onto that list, because today I think it would be nice if we could start collecting the red bolts, or in this case just creating the facilities that are going to collect the red bolts for us. We're going to do something pretty simple, just using stuff like wizwords and red bolt collectors. Nothing fancy. This thing can then, once we decide to turn it on, can then start collecting the red bolts slowly over time. So yeah, let's focus our efforts over here, and let's see, do we have any rocket inbound into this location? Yes, we have, because the more help we have over here, the better. So, cool. Alright, so, the red bolt collection chamber is going to be somewhere around this area, so we start by cleaning house. We are going to remove all of this water, granite and ice that we have laying around. We're just going to build this part as a temporary fix, because we're going to have to deconstruct this part over here. So yeah, we're going to remove all of this water from here, here and here, send it into this chamber to be used, and clean all of the debris, and then we'll see what we do from there. Oh, beautiful water explosion, my friends, first of the episode. I'm glad I caught that one, because that was truly beautiful. Did you see the size of that? It even touched the edges of the chamber. Awesome. Now, that is going to lead towards the fact that we are going to freeze a bunch of water, but that's totally fine. Yeah, as you can see, that water explosion was also a cold explosion. But yeah, that was to be expected. We'll be dealing with it very soon. Well, my friends, the game has given us an interesting opportunity. For the very first time, I get a drop of shove vole eggs. Now, these can be the most incredible or annoying critters ever, because, well, you can just put them in one corner and they will just supply you with infinite amounts of meat, without you doing, well, nothing at all for them. On the other hand, if they escape, good luck catching them. Yeah, interesting. Now, I'm going to keep the blueprint in here. I'm not going to reject it or accept it, and I'm just going to build a small chamber for them. Now, those are annoying little critters. They, the only way for them not to escape is for you to build a cage out of refined metals, I'm pretty certain. So let's build them a cage out of tungsten, just so they can get like in a comfy space, right? And then we build one of these, made out of, do we have any refined metals? Well, steel can be. We can do it with steel. And, well, then we only need to have a thingy to drop the eggs, like so, and a robo miner just in case they barf a little bit of regolith. Now, if you don't give them any regolith, they won't vomit any. However, if you like, if you feel like doing, they should be fed, you know, it's a good idea to have one of these. So, yeah, let's build this and then drop the shove. Oh, wait, there is a final thing that I almost forgot. This. One of you and one of you. Right there. Then we connect the rail to here, right? Which means the meat will drop, the meat and the eggshells will drop over here. It will be picked up by this thingy, put into the line that leads into our storage right here, and then this one will pick it up, the meat, or the eggshells. The eggshells will go towards the industrial area, and the meat will be dropped into this rail to be then dropped over here to then be picked up by another rail and then eventually placed inside of our freeze. That's quite a journey. Quite a journey, but still, you know, a little bit of meat here and then, it's not exactly that bad. So yeah, let's build this thingy and be happy about it. And then, by the way, what we can also do, because this thing is going to overheat eventually, even though it is going to be made out of thermium, we can just drop a little bit of gas over there by using one of these thingies. Where are they? A pump, right? We will place a pump right there, and then we will just vent some gas over there. We might even put a few tile blocks underneath it, or in this case in the back, like so, and we'll leave like that tile open. That way the gas is input over here, it fills up the chamber, chills out the machines, and then gets sucked into space through that hole. Alright, we are almost there. We can accept the eggs now. Over here I'm just going to build a cycle sense, because this thing doesn't need to be on all the time. So let's say it's active 50% of the time. Come on. Yeah, like this. This is good enough. This should be more than enough to just fill up that chamber with a little bit of carbon dioxide to chill out the machines and be done with it. Alright, let's accept the eggs and drop them over there. Well, my friends, in the near future we are going to experience one of the most beautiful water explosions ever, because just look at all of those stacks of ice, which are at very close temperatures to each other, which means that they should all explode at the same time, creating a ginormous stack of water. Oh boy, I sure hope that we get to see that one. Well, my friends, soon our dupes will have to leave. Unfortunately, our food supply is not exactly looking too great. I know I could send food via the interplanetary launcher, however, I rather not. It might... if I just lose sight of the berry sludge, we will send like 6 million calories into this planet, and then it's going to be annoying to bring it back. So, you know, we can send the rocket back. They have been in here for a very long time. Now, I was wondering, given that this planet is somewhat complex, I mean, it could use a caretaker, don't you think? A permanent dupe presence on this planet. Well, I mean, there is a dupe already in here, waiting to be unfrost, so how about we build him a home, where he, well, the dupe can survive, because unfortunately this planet is not exactly super survivable. It's going to require some infrastructure, but well, we'll have to complete that that construction once we come back. I mean, I think it's time to go. The sooner we go, the sooner we get resupplied. After all, it's going to take a little while to fill this big tank of oxygen back, so... Now, hopefully we build this well enough that the machinery that we have laying around will be able to keep the chamber operational without our dupes being required, and when we come back, this thing should be at a far more decent temperature. Unfortunately, we will be not transporting ice from here back over here, so that little bit will not happen. But at the same time, I don't think this is exactly the most important thing in the world. As long as we have a little bit of water to sprinkle on top of the volcanoes, we should be fine. And given that it is a downtime, let's select the crew. Everybody is aboard. Yep, let's select our own base. We're probably going to take like from 6 to 10 cycles, so how about we go like right now. Oh wow, finally our dupes have returned into the home planet. They are probably missing their friends a lot because, well, they have been away for a very long time. Now, let's just crank up this fridge capacity to the maximum and, well, wait for the resupplying. There is still plenty of suits over here. We want to have 4,000 kilograms worth of suits inside of this thingy. So, yeah, we're probably going to have to wait a little bit. And by the way, given that the rocket is here, let's resupply our water tank as well. Oh, also, given that we are in a resupply mood, let's deconstruct the Trailblazer and reconstruct the secondary rovers module so that we can have 2 rover companions anytime we go into a planet. They are always very useful, even though they don't last a very long time. While they last, their help is greatly appreciated. Well, my friends, I didn't notice before, but I have a billion reed fibers, so I thought to myself, why not use some of these reed fibers to upgrade some of the floors around here with carpet, at least in their rooms, you know, the rooms that are for our dupes to enjoy, like their bedrooms and the dining halls, the rec room, stuff like that, right? Social spaces. I think our dupes are going to appreciate having a softer ground to walk on. Well, my friends, one more cycle of resupplying and I think we are ready to go once again. We already have all the suits inside, all the food is just a matter of filling up the oxygen tank and we're leaving. Alright, my friends, so while we are waiting, how about we take care of things that we are going to need in the future? So, in the other planet, like I said, we are going to create some sort of habitat for a dupe to be able to stay and maintain the planet. However, a dupe requires food, right? And like I said, I really don't feel like sending the interplanetary launcher. That is a recipe for disaster. So, what we are going to do is quite simple. We have this rocket right here, which is going to go towards the icy planet. However, on the inside we are going to build an additional refrigerator, we are going to fill this one up to the max, and we are going to also fill this one up to the max of its capacity, and then we are going to drop 180 kilograms worth of berry sludge on the other planet. I'm pretty certain that all of that berry sludge is more than enough for one dupe for a very long time. However, if necessary, all we do is fill up both of these refrigerators once again, and go back into the other planet and drop more berry sludge. Alright, my friends, so now with 2 freezers filled up with a bunch of berry sludge, we disabled this one so that it doesn't consume power. But yeah, we can launch this rocket now. Come on, let's go over here. Cruise set, destination set, checklist complete, launch platform clear, and we can launch. And I'm pretty sure that Joshua is going to find a way to get himself scalded, because Joshua enjoys those kinds of things. You see, I told you. These dupes, they enjoy very curious things. And there we go, my friends, our colonization rocket has arrived. What? Oh, well. The idea was good, the execution not so much, I suppose. Apparently we cannot drop rovers through the... Oh well, that's okay. Well, I suppose that we are not going to have rover help then. Our dupes will be able to do the task just fine, I suppose. Alright, my friends, so as we discussed, we are going to create a small habitat over here. Traditional apartment, right? A medical room, because this is a dangerous environment after all. We are then going to make a small mess hall and a recreation room, and I'm pretty certain that covers most of the necessities that the dupe is going to have. If we require something else, well, we always have a little bit more room to expand. I'm going to make an airlock, probably a twin stack liquid lock or a regular liquid lock over here, the suit exchange area, and then the remaining rooms over here. Well, my friends, it's going to take a little bit of time until we have everything built, but let's be honest, this is going to be looking a nice crib for our dupe. I mean, he's going to have a ginormous apartment just for himself, with a ginormous mess hall, individual room with a bathroom attached, of course, an hospital just for himself, and a recreation room. How many of you can say that you have a recreation room just for yourself? Yep, that's what I thought. So this dupe over here, he or she won't be able to complain about the living conditions that we will be providing. No, god damn it! Ah, I could feel it. I was launching red bolts. For a moment, the red bolt just froze, and I knew it. God damn it! The one crash of the episode. The one crash of the episode. 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 4 seconds. God damn it! It's almost clockwork, my friends. 3 hours in, and the crashes occur. Now, what have I built last cycle, or in this case, in this cycle, in the last 10 minutes? I think I didn't really build that much, other than just a couple of stations over here. Well, like I usually say, if I don't remember it, it's because it's not important. Oh, another water explosion, my friends. Like, I have to be honest, water explosions are quite common now. I haven't commented on all of them. Not all are as magnificent as this one. This one was probably close to a full stack. We had like 10 tons and 15 tons worth of ice explosions. Those are not as magnificent, although I have to admit they are still pleasant to look at. And there we go, another water explosion right there, beautiful. Like I said, these ones are now quite common. But this polluted water explosion will probably solidify a bunch of water, turning it back into ice, which means, well, we just quote-unquote lost a little bit of progress, because all of this water is now going to be turned into ice. But oh well, that's totally fine. We can continue transporting all the ice on top of the volcanoes, and that is just going to originate even more water explosions. Would you look at that, my friends? A beautiful apartment for a very lucky dupe. Not all dupes can say that they are this lucky, right? Now, a cool thing about recording these episodes on multiple days is that I actually have time to read some of your... Game? Okay, I kind of... Like, I've been playing for like 2 minutes, so if you were going to crash, I was going to find that very difficult to believe, but, oh well, this is Oxygen Not Included after all. But as I was going to say before the game had a small brain fart, one of the advantages of playing in multiple games is that, in multiple days, is that I actually have time to see some of your suggestions. And one of you guys actually, responded to the comment that I said last episode about building our dupes. Something to celebrate their achievements, because truth be told, I would like to say that at least 50% of this playthrough was focused on these two dupes. These two fantastic dupes that have just built pretty much everything outside of the main base. Yeah, they deserve a little bit of something special, like a retirement home. Yep, I think that's a great idea. Now, the person suggested over here, but unfortunately I was already recording this episode and I already built this apartment over here for this dupe, right? So we need to find another place for them to go, and I was thinking that one of the places where we have ample amount of space to build something is right here. However, we would need... What the... Oh, I've seen things. Okay, sure. This is one of the places where we have ample amounts of space to build anything, because the other planets, like, they are kinda occupied with a bunch of stuff. I mean, we could build over here. There is plenty of space for us to build in this planet. Besides, there is a few tasks for them to do, you know, so they don't get bored. This is not a... this is not a... oh, not this one. This one. This is not a viable location, for obvious reasons, right? And in here we don't really have a lot of space to build, so also not exactly a viable location. So it's between these two planets, between the water world or this planet. I'm more tempted to go for this one, because there is actually something for them to do, so they don't get bored all the time. You know, one thing is for you to be retired, another thing is for you to be bored out of your mind. Oh, come on, game. Come on. We have a rocket waiting to land, and yeah, oh my... This sand has been the bane of my existence, my friends. Like, you probably recall that this is like the 10th configuration of the starport, all in an attempt to get rid of that sand and not have our tiles disappear with the temperature. And yeah, that sand is really annoying. You should probably, like, do it like this, right? One tile below the rocket platform, so that, you know, the sand can form and not interfere with the rocket platform. Things for the future, I suppose. Alright, my friends, here we go, another water explosion, and this one is a pretty big one. I really like these water explosions. Now, I had to build a tile right next to the volcanoes because they are constantly just dropping sand all over the place and burying stuff within it. And by building this insulated tile, we prevent the sand from spilling over, and then the robo miner will take care of the sand for us. Pretty much just eliminating one problem. Alright, my friends, I've been thinking and I think I have decided our dupes are going to retire to this planet. Like I said, there is plenty for them to do around here, so they never get bored. We are going to build our apartment area right here. I know it's more expensive because we need to put the drywall because of the vacuum tiles, right? But you know, yeah, I think our dupes deserve it. I kind of wanted to build them an apartment looking over into the starport so they can see who is coming in and out. I also decided to come to this planet because in here we only have one platform, and this planet is, well, it's going to be utilized for pretty much forever. It's going to take years to remove all of that water, so yeah, this platform cannot be blocked. In here we have two platforms, so one of them can be blocked with the colonization rocket, and then the other is here for the resupply rockets that come and go to retrieve the gold and aluminum that we have around this place. So that's one of the factors. We have pretty much everything that we need. We have water over here, and we can grow our own food, even though we probably are just going to transport berry sludge over here. So yeah, I think this is the best place that we can come. So I think that eventually, in a few cycles, I'm probably going to send our colonization dupes back into our main planet so that we can resupply their rocket every time. So that they can resupply their rocket, and then I'm going to send them into this planet so they can start working on their retirement home. After all, I'm pretty certain this is going to take a while, and we are just waiting on this, so I think we can wait somewhere else and then return into this planet periodically just to do a few maintenance tasks here and there. And you know what, my friend, before I forget, because it's quite common where I do start the episode by saying we are going to do this, and then the last thing we do is this, right? So I know that I started the episode by saying something along the lines that we were going to work on the red bolt collection system for this thing, even though we were not activating it. So before we leave, how about we take care of that so that I don't forget? And there we go, my friends. Red bolt collection system complete. Of course, disconnected from the main power grid because there is no point in having it consuming power. I just built a few signal switches so that we can control it even if we don't have any dupes around. The auto sweeper will keep the Wizwards supplied with phosphorite. I'm pretty certain it's for phosphorite these things need. We still need to ship it off from the other planet, but right now we are sending both coal and aluminum ore. Probably not here yet. Some ore just so that we can finish this line a little bit, this little bit of a line over here. We are completely out of every single other thingy, so yeah, we need a couple extra ores and that's it. We'll be able to start shipping phosphorite. The system will automatically deliver it over here, and then the auto sweeper will automatically deliver it to the plants. Of course, that we still need this thing to be online so that we can produce a bunch of power for free. But yeah, as we spoke previously, that is something that is still going to take a little bit of time. So with this done, I'm just going to let our dupes run a few extra tasks, but they should be coming back home before the end of the episode. Alright my friends, all the tasks that I wanted are done. We are just now transferring our excess berry sludge that we had on our fridge in here. I'm pretty certain that was it. There is just a few interplanetary payloads to pick up. Yep, we don't have any more berry sludge anywhere, so we can lift off whatever. Let's just wait for this and we can go now. Let's call in the crew and let's go back into our own planet, resupply this rocket and then send our dupes to start working on their retirement home. I'm pretty certain that they are going to be quite motivated to work on that. Let's just wait for Valdo, or in this case Bubbles, I believe, and let's wait, just to make sure. And let's launch our rocket and send it back home. Well, my friends, do you want to know one thing that I notice? Our edges, they are really hungry all the time. They consume more sandstone and sedimentary rock than the map can grow. Like, we are mining these asteroids full time, as you can see. Like, we are now in a situation where we have run out of useful materials in pretty much every asteroid. We have been mining them out constantly, so they are pretty empty, as you can see. We can mine faster than they can regrow, and yeah, like this thing provides a lot of sedimentary rock, and in here we get the sandstone, but still it's not enough to feed the never-ending hunger of these little pink creatures. Well, my friends, it would appear that our colonization rocket will arrive just on the end of the episode. I believe it's this one. I'm pretty certain it's this one. But yeah, we are almost out of time for today's episode, my friends. We have done quite a lot of things in here, even though it doesn't, well, doesn't look like from this aspect, because truth be told, we are in a tug of war with the cold, that we are in either constantly gaining ground or constantly losing ground, but we all know what's going on behind the scenes. We are just liquefying polluted ice and polluted brine, not polluted brine, brine ice and polluted water, right? And when they melt, they just create a ginormous explosion of cold, and then we just need to work through that cold, and then eventually there is another one and another one, and eventually come on game, and eventually we are going to completely get rid of all of this polluted ice and brine ice over here. As you can see, these numbers have been coming down, and even the amount of liquefiables that we have is coming down slowly but steadily, which means that we are winning the race. But most of our progress was actually in here, creating an apartment for the future caretaker of this planet. Of course, that we are only going to defrost our friend once we have the power to run all the machines that we have. But still, this is already done. And now we do have a future plan of building our retirement home right here on this planet. I think we are going to build an apartment right here with connection towards the inside of the planet through the bottom, so that our dupes don't have to walk on the rocket platform every single day. That is kind of hazardous, if you ask me. If we are going to build them a retirement home, we kind of want them to be safe as they come inside of the planet to do their daily tasks. Oh, a rocket has arrived, and someone just got bombarded with a bunch of radiation, as per usual. Also, before I forget, my friends, I have made a quick prologue for our new Kenshi series. It's only a 2-minute video, so if you are interested in that, go take a look. It's quick, and I think you're going to be rather pleasantly impressed. Oh, and would you look at that, this was the 30th mission for this rocket. These counters are pretty nice. Over time we have been able to observe which rockets we use the most, with the two clear winners being these two, the mining red rocket, but we also have one rocket over here. This one is the mining petroleum rocket, which has been closing in on them rather quickly. And speaking about counters, we have produced until this point 65 molds from this structure, which is a disappointing number if you ask me, even with the upgrade that we have made over here by creating a space where we can just cram all the bookshelves so that they can die in peace and not concern ourselves too much with them. We are not producing like a bunch, but our steel shortage has been completely eliminated. We no longer will require steel in large amounts, and if we run out of steel we can just use thermium, which is far better. So it's one of those things that exists simply because right now. And would you look at that, right at the end of the episode, our colonization rocket is here. Let's resupply it so that in the next episode we can pick it up and move it into the other planet so that we can build the retirement home for our dupes. But oh well, my friends, I think we are going to cut it here. So with all of that said, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.